Hey guys, so we're looking at this movement in Pinan Sandan. So you step forward and punch, and you turn around, and then your hands go to your waist as your elbow flares out. You're going to step into that motion, boom, and the elbow flares out this way. A lot of people, they kind of lean forward before they flick out this hand like a back fist. That leaning forward reminds me a lot of a hip toss, so we'll look at that motion there, where the elbow goes forward, the hips lean forward and pushes back. You're in a pretty square stance, and then you throw that back knuckle. So real basic, you think of it as a hip toss as you're stepping in. This happens all the time in judo. So we're here, and what's cool about that is the initial step there is like you're entering into that hip toss, and then look, your hands come together. So if you imagine a person was standing here, you entered with that initial step, and then you turn around facing the same direction as them, and then your hands go up to your waist as if you're grabbing their own waist, and then with your step, you take them over, right? There. So again, let's see it with a person. There was that step with the punch. Now you're going to face the same direction there. Now with the elbow flared out, it's as if they're captured within this space here. And now all you're going to do is lean over. The biggest thing for hip tosses is this hip pushing back into him so that it pushes him off balance, kind of like a seesaw, right? You're a fulcrum here. So if I just think about pulling him over, I'm not going to be able to do that, especially against a bigger guy. So actually my hip pushes back into him. That raises his center of gravity up, and then my hand does the rest of the motion there. And then I talk about what happens, like this back knuckle here. What is that supposed to mean, right? You could think of it as you're mirroring the other side, and therefore you're going to go hip toss. You're essentially getting repetitions on hip tosses on both sides, left arm and right arm. Or you also have an opportunity to go on the outside here. So this is a cross arm block. It's like a high block here, like the kata where you're stepping forward and you're punching, but now you're using that as a way to intercept. He throws the right haymaker, you block with your right side to the outside. And then what happens afterwards is you grab, and then this is where the hand goes to your waist, but you're actually going to go hug to his head, like a headlock. Now as my hand comes together, it creates that same image as Pinan Sandan, especially with the step. So if I wanted to apply pressure with that bend over, that chest down, it would apply pressure on his elbow, and that could take him down too. So that's an option there. But if you think about the back knuckle, that back knuckle can actually be a grab or a chin strap type of head twist, and that could take him down too. So this is what I start talking about. That back knuckle there can start grabbing onto the chin and turning his head outward. In doing so, his leg's going to have to follow him, and then that's going to allow me to take him backwards there. So there's some nuances there. I'll get into detail in the future. A lot of times you can just hook with the back of your hand like I'm doing there and not actually physically grab their chin with your palm. And also it kind of plays into the open hand type of karate technique rather than grabbing onto something tight. And from there, if I step back, he'll take him down. So here it is without a person there. There's that back knuckle, step forward, and the takedown happens. So I show it again here. Notice here, I'm telling him to punch at my head. I intercept it and I blade to the outside. This reminds me a lot of the Naihanchi Sandan intro where you have the head movement to the side here. Now from there, I'm going to step around with my outside leg. And then at the same time, my outside arm is going to reach over the shoulder and grab onto the head. From there, instead of stepping back, I'm going to do it just like the kata, and I'm actually going to plant my trailing foot, and I'm going to step forward into this and face the direction of the camera. Step forward, boom. And that actually takes him down that way. So real quick, if you guys like watching these type of breakdowns, go to karatebreakdown.com. I have tons of videos like these breaking down every single kata. I'm going through all the katas I know throughout this year. So join in, learn some stuff, and join the community as well. So let's see that in real time as another option for Pinan Sandan. Hope that makes sense.